Hey everyone, welcome to the materials section for this course. Below I have listed all the materials that I have personally used in this course, yet you are not required to buy all the materials that I have listed. I only have one tool that is mandatory, and I will explain more to you about this material at the end of this video. This course is taught using acrylic paint, yet if you wanted to use this process with oil painting, you could do that as well, but you would just need different materials. In this course, I will be using watercolor paper that I've gessoed. Yet you may use any painting surface that suits you. Personally, I like to use watercolor paper because it's really convenient for me and it's very cost effective because if you think about it, you're getting 10 to 15 paintings per pad of paper. For paintbrushes, I usually use a variety of synthetic paintbrushes, and if you don't already own paintbrushes, then I would recommend you getting something like this, a variety pack. This way you have the option to kind of figure out what feels right to you as an artist. You don't always have to use the same paintbrushes that I use in the lessons and demonstrations. You have to figure out what is right for you. If you want to see how some of the paintbrushes work prior to buying them, be sure to check out the paintbrush lines video that I have in this class. So yes, we are using acrylic paint, and if you're not familiar with acrylic paint, it dries very quickly, and if it gets on your clothes and dries, it's very hard, if not nearly impossible, to get off. So be sure that you're always washing your paintbrushes in between using them. You do not have to use the same brand of acrylic paint that I use. I tend to use Golden products, and I try to find their Open series when possible for the color that I'm looking for. That's because their Open series has a slower drying time, which has been pretty beneficial to me. I used a glass palette because it was an inexpensive purchase that saved me a lot of time and a lot of money than throwaway palettes. Before you buy anything from this list, make sure you kind of watch a little bit, check it out and see what is necessary for you and what you really need to buy. Set up a budget for yourself. What is your max spending limit? And don't go over it. Really, it's not worth it, because think of your money as your time. You've spent time to earn that money. So make sure that if you set a budget for you, that you really stick with it. The other one is you can source your colors before you even go out and purchase your paints. And you would do that with my What is Canva videos and all of my photo reference prep videos. Next, go through maybe some of the demonstrations, the painting demonstrations, and see what colors I'm using for that specific demonstration. Because if you want to match a style or a skin tone or flesh tone, then you can get the idea of what I use from there. I started off as an oil painter before I really became an acrylic painter. So I really loved how oil paints were slow to dry. And that's the reason why I'm using these, is because they were designed to be slower drying. If you're only gonna buy one thing on the list, would be this gloss glazing liquid. All right, so from there, watch the video, look at the list, watch all the things that you need to watch and come up with your painting palette, your references, all that stuff. And then you can purchase it feeling like you know that you're spending your money in the right place. Okay, hopefully that helped. Take care.